Adnan, Chetan, Jigar, Jiku, Ajit, Samad, Jarat, Anu, Akil, Mohammed Faisal, Jay Prakash, Mohsin, Mufi, Preeti, Priya, Ajit, Tosh, Tushar, Ubaid, Jiku, Sir Wasim, Sir Irfan, Sayyid, Vishnu, Kam, Mohammed, Vandana, Vel Kumar, Ali Raza, Edwin, Chandra, Mohammed, Imran, Sir Arfat, Deepak, Adnan, Ajay, Batul, Ibrahim, Murli, Rizwan, Sachin, Sujit, Company, Riya, Sayyid, Faisal, Harun, Khan, Vinay, Javed, Sanger, Farid, Pradeep, Prem, Abhishek, Amir. Well, congratulations, Muhammad, Sahi, Parita, Nabil, Chitra, Talaj, Harsh, congratulations, Manish, Amar, Aderu, Palisa, Aslam, Atif, Grace, Greg, Beck, Sachin, Kamal, Bashkar, Rohit, Patis, Vikshit, Riaz, Saurav, Siddhartha, Nadir, Tarek, Venkat, Tohari, Prasimze, Mansoor, Rehana, Vijay, Vishal, Arjun, Asad, Ilyas, and Khan. Congratulations, Anthony, Arvind, Hassan, Wasim, Mangesh, Raj, Akbar, Parna, Sankalp, Vishay, Ishwari, Afzal, Vivek, Hasib, Hamid, Leesh, Pallavi, Anam, Faisal, Burhan, Hussain, Mateen, Pandey, Sayyid, Khalid, Munif, Hassan, Gupta, Asha, Ajay, Iken, Pooja, Talha, Vijay, Amjad, Joffrey, Hassan, Sujit, Amit, Devi, Raju, Pawan, Umar, Rahman, Venkatesh, Ahmed, Gupta, Sheesh, Mary, Sean, Jamal, Tulsidas, Anan, Mohsin, Nadeem, Ali, Isam, Kawais, Azim, Mansoor, Shakil, Keria, Hassan, Riaz Hussain, Betty, Pradeep, Mina, Asma, Durga, Sharif, Ali Al Baluch. Congratulations, my friend. Salman, Subrata, Hassan, Mohsin, Manik, Christopher, Jangir, Vinay, Hamas, Mohammad Shafiq, Naveen, Dariksa, Fiaz, Prashant, Ilyas, Dhamvir, Niju, Abraham, Srinivas, Sundela, Nabil Ahmed, Naveed, Bilal, Sidra Ali, Shaji, Ubay Babar, Cody Rizwan, Bas, Imran, Vivek, Rajiv, Rao, Ishtaq, Fazan, Rahil, Nisar, Umar, Aj, Sandeep, Shiraz, Tino, Usama, Keaton, Komal, Shivani, Sulaiman, Sada Anand, Delvam, Ajay, Sabir, Uzair, Surinder, Pradeep, Amir, Mohit, Waqas, Nidhi, Umar, Usman, Sandeep, Amit, Abu Tahir, Naveen, Arshad, Muhammad, Vivek, Suzishan, Furqan, Gajindra, Nagraj, Nasima, Sagar, Muhammad, Zaina, Hussain, Rashmi, Neha, Faisal, Ali Al Ajmi, Ahmad, Numal, Alam, Vijay, Sarnaya, Savannah, Muhammad, Zakka, Zakir. Congratulations, Sadima, Seher, Azeb, Samir, Ifi, Talal, Ahmad, Umar, Usman, Malik, Azeb, Waqas, Priya, Rafi, Saira, Saswati, Saurav, Sashwani, Tewaz, Srika, Fran, Jandar Duo, Francis, Abdul, Muhammad, Umar, Abhishek, Abhilash, Abrar, Farhan, Lata, Nidhi, Ibrahim, Vinod, Faisal, Amir Inam, Abdul Aziz, Iken, Akmal, Azan, Basil, Garima, Kevin, Padma, Sajid, Sajid, Waleed, Chetali, Anamika, Zarna, Sudeep, Naveen, Mojdev, Naveed. Congratulations, Atif, Chakra, Hassan, Nadeem, Abid Patel, Aditi, Shubhashish, Suresh, Zumaira, Rafiul, Gulam, Tam Babu, Deepak, Caroline, Linwin, Sheetal, Alvin, Olindra, Prashant, Abrar, Ali Khan with Ram, Vidya. Talha, Basad, Rashid, Madhavan, Asas Gurjeet, Rishu, Datta, Saban, Azim, Mangesh, Mudassir, Pradeep, Sidra Ali, man. Congratulations. Suhail, Amul, Tehseen, Nabil, Atif, Zia, Nithya, Shah, Muhammad, Shakil Umar, Atul Ahmed, Mr. Awad, Shruti, Salman, Khalid John, Sayyid Satyasnaik, Wasi Sayyid, Suhail, Sham Sinha, Jid Iqbal, Vivek. And here we have my 1000 PM in less than 3 years, Muhammad Adil. Are you ready for the coaching call? Great to have you everyone and welcome to Thursday coaching call. So the purpose of this question answer session is very straightforward. The purpose of this question answer session is to solve 10 question answers that are relevant to PMP. Every single week on Thursday we do this question answer, and in this question answers we will go into depth how to solve the question answer, what is the best way, and we will explain things in a different context. So welcome back if you are joining again, and if you are joining for the first time, good to have you. As they say that this is a place where not only we solve question answers, we change lives. Okay, so a few things I want to talk about here about solving question answers. Recently, I did a small video on a 7-step formula. Now that video I started it to be a small video, but it turned out to be one of the must watched video for PMP, right? It turned out to be must watched video for PMP. I went into the depth how you solve question answers. What are the ways that you must take to solve question answers? So if you are somebody who is preparing for PMP, if you are somebody who is preparing to get things done in the best possible way, then this is a place to go. Those video must be watched. Good to have you, Naf. Naf, do message in batch 5 and batch 6 and PMP aspirant that the class has started. Now we will be solving question answers. And in the last week, what I did, I actually went to the question in a different scenario. What do I mean by that? We not only solved the question, I explained the topic into a little bit more depth. So many students loved it. So I'm going to do the same thing today again. We are going to do the question answers in a little bit more depth. Okay. So here you go. Your first question. We'll solve 10 of them. Okay, check for register. Okay. So now I am going to explain these 4 documents for you. What is the purpose of all these 4 documents? Let's go one by one. Let me make it black. I like more black. Okay, so risk management plan. White. Risk management plan. This is a document that defines how risk process happens. How the process of risk happens, right? How the entire process, like this should be step 1, step 2, step 3. It also talk about the risk attitude. Is the organization risk seeker, averse, neutral, things of those nature. So if you want to do audit of the process, it will also be your guideline. It will also be your guideline. Risk report. Risk report, this is your summary report. It will give you key of the risk that you have identified. What are the important risks that you have identified in the past? Which risks are there? The key of those risks, right? It's the summary report in the risk report. So very important, like after every risk review meeting, we have risk report giving us which risk has happened last week, which can happen now, things of those nature. Risk report. Then issue log. anything for which you don't have plan, and it has happened. You don't have plan, and it has happened. It goes to issue log. It has happened and you don't have plan for it. It goes to issue log. A risk register. You identify it before happening. You identify it before happening. And you make plan for it. You identify it before happening and you make a plan for it. This is risk register. Okay. So these are the 4 documents that are very key, and people do get confused. Oh, I don't need that. People do get confused about them. So let's go with that. Okay. Which document will help you in this? You are the project manager, identified all risk in the current project. You plan for them. When risk occurred, they were according to the plan. Another risk identified, it was not identified. You made a plan for it and handled it now. Audit the process. Risk management plan. It's very critical. We use elimination technique. Risk register does not talk about the audit because keyword is audit here. Okay. Keyword is audit here. Okay. Issue log does not talk about audit. Risk report does not. So C is the right answer. Okay. I hope the same way which we discussed, this will help you answer this question. Okay. You have identified a risk and made a plan. When response was implemented, another risk was occurred which is bigger than the first risk. Okay. Now this is a very interesting question. Okay. You need to look at the question, the context of the question, what the question is saying. Right? The question is saying you have identified a risk and made a plan. When risk response was implemented, another risk was occurred. Now this risk occurred, which is even bigger than the first risk. Okay. Now risk has occurred, which is even bigger than the first risk. Right? Which document you will document this secondary risk, which has occurred right now? Risk report, no, this we just discussed. This will give you a summary of that. We will not document here. Risk plan has nothing information about it. Okay, now You see, the PMP exam, the entire exam is all about elimination technique. We are left with two options, A or B. Risk register, no. Issue log, yes. B would be the right answer. A, D, A, D, A, D. Okay, so let's go to this risk management strategies one more time. We already discussed the four important document: risk management plan, risk report, issue log, risk register. Now the next thing is risk management strategies. Okay, so avoid. I'm only gonna discuss negative strategies because if you understand them, you can understand the positive also. Risk is probability into impact, right? Risk is probability into impact. Okay. Avoid means you change the plan. Avoid mean you make probability or impact zero. One of them becomes zero, the other automatically becomes zero. You try to make one of them zero. Okay, that is basically avoiding that. When I say avoid, I don't want to do that. I want to remove it, end it, right? This is considered as the number one strategies for the risk. If we can do avoid for the negative risk, I will do that. Mitigate. Not all risk can be avoided. The life cannot move. The real risk management is mitigated, decreasing the intensity of, like, it never happens, or if it happens, how I can decrease the impact of that. Okay, kind of a number two strategy. We also transfer the risk to third party. For the risk to transfer, the third party must be responsible for that. They must be held accountable for that. Okay, you get insurance. That's kind of a transferring the risk to third party. Okay, that is insurance. Now all these three strategies are proactive risk response. You identify the risk and you immediately handle them. You identify the risk, you handle them. The next strategy, that is accept, both active acceptance. You basically identify the risk, you make a contingency plan. You make a plan and you set a risk owner. His job will be to monitor the trigger of the risk. If a trigger happens, he will implement the risk response strategy. If the trigger happens, he will implement the risk response strategy, and then he will implement the risk response. Contingency plan, we also have fallback plan. Okay, these are some of the risk response strategies. So let me see what answers you have given and how you have given those answers. Okay, so many answers. You have identified a risk, made a plan for it. Risk owner handled it, updated. Which strategy? This is not mitigate, avoid, okay? Because these are the proactive strategy. Exploit is the positive risk, is for the positive risk, is for the opportunity, okay? So we accepted the risk. That is option number A. Alok, you have a question of that is something different. TCPI, just hold for this thing. Once we are done with these question answers, I will be more than happy. I just saw your question, which you retracked it, to answer you. I am here for you. Okay, next question. Capture the opportunity, sharing the risk. Okay, so we discussed the negative risk strategies: avoid, mitigate, transfer. Reverse of avoid is exploit, where you increase the probability and impact. You make sure that the probability becomes 100, that risk 100% happen. If you cannot do exploit, we enhance, and for transfer we have share. You have identified the risk that seller is going bankrupt. This can be a great opportunity. You talk to your friend, they agreed to give you money for it, and you will give them the some profit. So you did not exploited it. You had a friend here. Sharing is all about getting that. It is not except you did not weight it. It's not a negative thing. So between A and B, we are just left with, like, once you know that the power of elimination technique. Uh-huh. The power of elimination technique. You eliminate these three options, A, B is left. So here, B is the answer. Okay, so you have identified a risk. This can help you to increase profit by 3 times. Now, what are we doing here? If we go with risk, probability into impact. Have I accepted the risk? Is it a negative risk? No. So the only option it is left is exploit. I don't even have to look at any other thing, right? It is exploiting the risk. A is the right answer. Seriously. You are the project manager of large organization. You have identified the risk. You change the plan. Kanan, you are saying mitigate. How you are saying mitigate? Can you justify me your answer? Faryal, you are saying B. Ikrar, you are saying B. Felixi, you are saying B. Sweta, you are saying B. I explained you guys this thing. We discussed this thing here, right? Avoid. Change the plan, the risk never occurred. We just discussed this, my friends. Here, you have identified the risk which that is very beautiful. That I see the answer. You are the project manager of a large organization. You have changed the plan to the risk if occurred. If occurred, will have less severity than previous. Okay? No, Hari Babu, that's Veera, Hari Babu, that is the key thing here. Here, till we see, we change the plan. Even I was thinking avoid, to be very true. When I read the question till here, that's why they say slow down. Let me. So even I was thinking it should be why they are putting, like even why Sweta is putting B. I expect better from her. Why Faryal is putting B. So many people putting, when I read the question complete, it's a little bit tricky there. Yes. You change the plan. Normally, you change the plan for one thing. You change the plan for one thing so that the risk never happened, right? The risk never happened. But here what is being said? It's a critical thing. I love project management. If it happen, it will have less severity. No transfer, no acceptance. Avoid is probability or impact 0. But here we are talking about less severity. So this means it's B. Ikra, you are right. Kanan, you are right. So yeah, it's a good question. It's a very good question. I loved it. Guys, is it clear to you? Is it clear to everybody what has just happened here? If it happened, it will have less severity. That is risk management. B. Next question. Let me get some water. You are the project manager. You have identified the risk. You change the plan so that the risk never occur in the first place. Which strategy you have used here? Risk never occur in the first place. So it's not transfer, acceptance, mitigate, it's avoid. A is the right answer. D. You are the project manager of a large organization. You have identified the risk. The risk is too high, and if not handled properly, it can cause damage to the organization. You decided to buy insurance. Now, this is a very critical question. So, many people get confused here that when we say that I am getting insurance, it's 100%. No, if you get the insurance and they are responsible to handle the risk, if they are responsible to handle the risk in that patent case, they are, the risk is on them, right? In that patent case, the risk is on them, and then we can look into that way. So every single scenario we need to look into that. We need to say how the things are working, what best way to do is there, right? Now, interestingly, this class is turning out to be a master class on risk, right? So I would love that you bring your risk questions. We are done. We have just 3 more questions. Then I would like to answer your questions, whatever you may have regarding risk topic. Okay. You're the project manager. You have identified the risk. The risk is too high. It can cause damage to the organization. You decided to buy insurance. So here insurance is for that. No acceptance. No, it is D. B, D, C, B, D, C, B, D, C. Okay. So let's see what do we have here. You are the project manager. You have identified the risk, but you did not make a plan. You considered very low, but it occurred now. So no, no, no. Oh, no, yes. Acceptance is there. We just accepted the risk, right? Okay. Some tools of the risk analysis. When you are explaining this, why don't you give me the explanation of each tool in the chat box? I would love to know what you say. So let's talk about these tools and technique for risk. Okay. First of all these are quantitative risk analysis. Influence diagram, straightforward, it sees which has more influence. So which activity has more influence here? That is, we can tell that E has more influence. That becomes the most important of them. Then expected monetary value is risk probability into impact. It is probability impact. You just straightforward calculate what is the probability of something. Let's say it's a positive risk, 40% probability of $100. So 40% multiply by $100. So it will become $4. Okay. So let's say 40 into 100. $40. Right? That is, if it's a negative risk, at the end it will come negative. Regarding the decision tree analysis, if we have option A, option B, we compare expected monetary value of both option, and whatever the answers come, whichever one has more, we get towards that thing. Okay. Then influence diagram. Influence diagram is basically checking the severity of the same input. It is also known as influence diagram or severity analysis. Okay. Then Monte Carlo analysis will give you probability distribution. Here you will get probability, here you get money, or what to say, day schedule. Okay, probability there. I know I am moving very fast with this question. This is like drinking from the hose directly. So if you want to go into depth, we are having our batch starting tomorrow. You can join also that. You went to rank risk showing the same event. Okay, same event, you want to rank the risk. This is not influence diagram, not probability distribution. This is tornado analysis, also known as severity analysis. Okay. Last question from the risk topic. Okay, so you are the project manager. You have identified risk in the project. You made a plan when risk occurred, but suddenly another risk identified. It, in the weekly risk, you want to show the status of the risk, which one you will use. We have already discussed. This will go for the risk report. D as an answer. So, guys, these question answers, we do have some LinkedIn question answers which we will do. But this turned out to be a master class. This turned out to be a master class on risk. Okay, this turned out to be a master class on the risk topic. So if you have any question about risk, that should be my first priority. Please go ahead, ask the question. And apart from that, any topic you have question, I am more than happy to answer here those question answers. And we will solve some LinkedIn questions. Just give me a minute, because somebody asked the question above. Yeah. So hello Amir, I have a question. If project is over budget, CPI is less than one. Okay. In condition we should do below use management. No, we should, if the money is not the good, first we need to raise a change request. Alok, when we'll raise the change request, then and only then we'll be able to get the things there. Without raising the change request, we cannot get management reserve. So that is critical area here. Okay. Sir, in insurance, no, insurance is the transfer, na. When you are getting insurance, Piyush, then straightforward the risk is getting transferred to a third party, right? So the purpose of getting insurance is to basically transfer the risk to the third party. Okay. Okay, guys, now we'll do the LinkedIn question, but just want to give you a heads up. Tomorrow my class is starting. If you are my student and you want to take retraining, you can do that. Okay, you can do that. There is no additional charges on that. And if you are not my student, you want to join the program, you see, we take training one time and then the everything else is within the program. So you can join the program and we'll make sure you become PMP. So let me share you some LinkedIn question which we do daily. I put some questions on LinkedIn, right? The purpose of those question answer is to keep moving forward the student, the flow. Okay. Okay. By the way, this is last call for PMP program starting tomorrow because the registration will be closed after that. Okay, this is the question. Yeah, we need to do the change request to get extra funding. Yes, brother. Okay, the project leaves the company. The new project's manager want to start guiding towards the success. What should the project manager look? Look at the project charter, review the diary, B, no. Schedule, no. Revisit, no. A is the right answer here. Okay, A is the right answer here. 1 is greater than 0. Yeah, that is my mantra. So I share daily content here. Okay. My biggest thing is my mastermind community, which is 24/7 active. My biggest thing is. Due to demand of a turnout round, the project manager needs to do quickly. Not A. A is not the right answer. Deliver, host a webinar. No. C is the right answer here. C is the right answer. Okay, so today is Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. One more question. Okay, this one you need your pen and calculator. A project has following characteristic. Planned cost this, this. Tell me. Gee, what is your answer here? So, very straightforward. And value is the real thing here, right? And value is 540, it is less than this, so CPI is less than 1. This is less than this, so ahead of schedule, no. Okay, ahead of schedule, no. Okay, under budget, no. So B is the right answer. Segu, how you are saying C? Calculates SPI and CPI, you will find out it is behind schedule and over budget. B is the right answer. Okay, B is the right answer here. Okay guys, so now I would like to invite for all those people who have not joined the program, that the class that is starting in 6 days, the class that is starting tomorrow, not in 6 days, the batch program that is starting tomorrow, it will cover every single thing that you need to become PMP. It's a 6 days training, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. After 6 days of training, there will be 2 months of coaching, right? 2 months of coaching, and you will be giving exam in that 2 months. You will be giving exam in that 2 months. This is one of the most interesting thing, that I am giving you the entire roadmap in one go, right? So let's talk about this thing. For example, you join the program. Okay, you join the program. The class starts tomorrow. 19th is the first day, then 20th, then 21. Okay, 3 days will cover agile, stakeholder, communication, team, the most important topics. Then I'll give you assignments for 5 days. The next class will start on 26. On day 4, we'll complete the topics, and day 5, if something is left, we'll do that, and then we'll fill PMP application. On day 6, we will have mind map exercise. This exercise will be the summary of entire PMP. This exercise will be the summary of entire PMP, how things are, what you need to do, etc., etc. Okay. Then this is 2 weeks are done. So what you have done in 2 weeks? You have taken 35 PDUs. You have filled your application. If you are selected for audit, your audit is done. You have learned 7-step formula, how to solve question answers. You have solved in the class 150 question answers. In those assignments, you have solved more than 50 into 10, 600 questions. You have done a root cause analysis of them. Okay, this is in the 2 weeks. Oh, you made mind map for each topic, and then mind map for complete PMP. So at the end of 2 weeks, you know content of PMP, you know how to solve question answers, right? This is what is happening here. You know these things. Now, once the training is completed, I will sit with every single student. Now that comes the most critical part of the program. That is the most critical part of the program. I will sit with every single student. I will sit with every single student. I will have a discussion with every single student, and according to their requirement, like how they can study. How they can study, I will make a customized roadmap. This is the beauty of my program. I'll make a customized roadmap according to your requirement, right? How you want to study, I'll make a customized roadmap according to your requirement, right? You get a roadmap. Now, how you want to study. I'll personally do follow up with you to make sure that you are on the right track. You see, no matter how good your roadmap is, no matter how good your roadmap is, you still need somebody who can guide you, who can coach you, who can work with you till you become PMP. So I will be, once you have a roadmap at your hand, I will be doing that follow up with you to make sure that you stays on the right track. So that you stay on the right track. You get a customized roadmap. I do follow up. Now we just did one coaching call. Just like that, we will have 3 question answer sessions every single week. This customized roadmap follow-up, coaching call. This is called success coaching system. You will have a 2 month, like 1 to 2 month. Normally, many students clear in 1 month, but some students clear in 2 months. So no matter how it takes, you will get that. You will get a roadmap for you. I will be working with that roadmap. I'll do follow-up, question answer sessions. We will be doing that things. Then I'll add you to my PMP mastermind community, where 24/7 students are answering, helping, guiding, coaching, things of those nature. You will get my best simulator. You will get the simulator. You will get training materials, recordings. I can, if I start writing things that you will get in this program, I can go on, and go on. By the way, if any of my student is here still in the live class, can you please click the link and join? I want to take your live feedback, right? The purpose here I want to share is that every single thing that you need to pass in the PMP exam, every single thing is there for you. That's why I call it one stop for PMP. I call it one stop for PMP. That every single thing that you need, that you know, that you work, that is needed for you will provide you there. Right? So you can join our program. We can start working with you and will help you to become certified PMP. Right? This is one of the most important thing that we do, and this is kind of my passion. This is like the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning. I check who has an exam today, who can give the exam, things of this. This is my passion. It all comes down to that. This is my passion. This is something what I'm known for. So the class starts tomorrow. The training fees is $699. Exam fees is separate. And if you want to join, feel free to reach me. I will be more than happy to coach. With that, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum, namaste, sat sri akal. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever you are. Bye bye. And become PMP. I'm more than happy to guide you.